Howdy YouTube, a really rare figure review for you today, and that's because we're taking a look at the Jakks TNA Legends of the Ring, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. I'm also going to take this opportunity to review the recently released, I guess in Australia, recently released TNA Jeff Hardy DVD as well, which is freaking awesome. If you're a TNA fan and you're a Jeff Hardy fan, that is a must-have. It's basically got 2025 of Jeff Hardy's best matches in TNA. There's some brilliant matches from when he first debuted right through to his second and third runs with TNA as well. Definitely, I think, better than the WWE DVDs that they've done on Jeff Hardy. Those are fantastic as well. This one takes the cake, though. It is the most recent Jeff Hardy review as well, and it's got some great matches in it. In terms of this figure, this is one I've wanted for a long time. If you've watched some of my other reviews, you'll know I put an open call out there. Anyone that had this guy to let me know on YouTube, and I would happily buy it off them. Fortunately, I did have someone put their hand up and alert me in the UK. I'll put his details in the description. He's got an eBay store, so give him a little bit of love. Mind you, it was not cheap. It was around $130 Aussie, which is a ludicrous, ridiculous amount of money for a wrestling figure that no one should ever spend on a wrestling figure, ever. Full stop. I was silly enough to do that, mainly because this is one figure I've wanted for a long time, and I thought, stuff it, I will pay the money and get this guy just to say I have him in my collection. Very bad finance tips on that one. In terms of packaging, comes in the standard TNA Legends of the Ring style packaging. Nice shot of Jeff Hardy at the bottom there. If we flip around on the back, you'll see Jeff there. It's a really cool looking figure. I really wanted to get this mainly just because it's an early Jeff Hardy from when he first debuted at TNA. The read-up on the back says, Jeff Hardy, known as the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy is one of the most popular and accomplished superstars of the last decade in professional wrestling. Recently made his return to TNA wrestling, so I assume this is 2010, 2011. Recently made his return to TNA, an exciting high flyer who was considered a daredevil, a former world champion who looks once again to revolutionize his career in total non-stop action. Really good read up on the back, a really cool looking figure. Very excited to get this opened up out of packaging and hopefully give you guys a cool review. Okay, and here we've got Jeff Hardy opened up and out of packaging. Definitely, I think, one of my favorite wrestling figures of all time. Certainly a real rare one, very hard to get your hands on. But there's a lot of nice detail. They have released a lot of Jeff Hardy figures in the past. TNA, of course, milked the Jeff Hardy franchise on numerous occasions. Mattel, we only ever got the one Jeff Hardy figure, the unreleased prototype, and that's actually not a bad figure as an Elite. This particular one is a lot better, and I'll run through why. We'll start by taking a look at the face. I think Jakks did a brilliant job capturing the likeness of Jeff Hardy there. Definitely looks like him when he made his first debut at TNA. I mean, it's kind of a shame that he had a lot of drug issues in his career. Without those, he definitely would have been, I think, one of the all-time greats. He still is incredible. I really like the detail on the hair. It's got that nice brown color mixing with the purple. It looks pretty sick. The recent TNA DVD actually had some great behind-the-scenes footage of Jeff Hardy and a bit of an insight into him. And he's a very artistic guy as well. He's got some cool-looking artwork, actually. I'm not the biggest art connoisseur by any stretch, but his stuff actually looked decent. You can certainly see, I guess, the difference between Jeff Hardy 10 years ago and Jeff Hardy now, just how the character and everything's evolved. Now, in terms of the actual face sculpt, it is literally the exact same head that they've given us on the glow-in-the-dark exclusive Jeff Hardy. Obviously, just a different paint scheme for the hair. But moving down, obviously, you see he's got the trademark body paint, the glow-in-the-dark paint as well. Nothing really on the back. On the pants, he's got the standard white pants. This is basically just a Jakks Ruthless Aggression style figure towards the end of the Jakks run, which works out really well because this guy scales perfectly with a lot of the Mattel figures. So just for comparison, I've got him with two Mattel figures. He scales perfectly. He's the exact same height as the Mattel unreleased Jeff Hardy. He is a little bit taller than Sting. I don't know how accurate that is, but in terms of scaling, it's not that bad. I mean, the biggest problem with this guy is, I guess, the head is the biggest of the three figures. But otherwise, he fits right in, and I really love that because the deluxe aggression style is just ludicrously big. I think those figures are ruined by their abnormal size, which I guess further compounded Jack's scaling issues. It is a little bit of a shame too that they don't still make the TNA figures. It would have been good to have gotten a Bobby Lashley figure from his run as TNA World Champ not too long ago, late last year. Mainly so I could use it to make an MMA custom. That's the main reason I would have wanted that. But there's nice detail on the pants and everything like this as well. Articulation, ball-jointed head, ball-jointed arms, swivel in the bicep, bend at the elbow, swivel wrist, swivel waist, swivel legs, bend at the knee, and swivel in the ankle. So your standard basic Jack's articulation. It is a lot of money for this figure. If you can find it though, I think it's well worth picking up. It is certainly something really cool. It is very rare as well. How does it stack up to the other Jeff Hardy figures? We've had some great ones. Honestly, if you're a wrestling figure fan or collector, you need to have a number of Jeff Hardys in there because they release so many different dynamic designs. The glow in the dark, I love that figure. Then I got myself this exclusive artwork, Jeff Hardy, and I love that figure. The unreleased Mattel prototype, I reckon that's a great figure as well. This one, friggin' sick too. So which one is the best? It's really hard for me to say. Value for money, certainly the deluxe aggression ones are a lot cheaper and they're pretty cool figures. If you want something that's going to scale in with the rest of your figure collection, then try getting your hold of this guy. Let me know in the comments below which is your favorite Jeff Hardy figure, and let me know what you think of this guy as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this review on the TNA Legends of the Ring, the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.